Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before we start to discuss our material today, and let me introduce our group member. Oh yeah, we from group E, and I'm the first speaker. My name is Devin Anastasia. My NPM is 220-204-00089, and my friends Putri Alia Rania, and his NPM is 220-204-0024, and last is Harfan Afif Muhammad Syaputra, and his NPM 220-204-0021. The main topic today is practice, concept, purpose, step, and assessment instrument of practice. Okay, let's start the first subtopic. Concept, performance of practice. Performance assessment is a method of evaluation that is used to measure students' ability to perform a task or activity. This assessment focuses on the process and a product of performance rather than just theoretical knowledge. In other words, performance assessment aims to how to will students can apply the knowledge and skill they have learned in the real world students. 2. Purpose of the performance assessment. 1 is measuring achievement of competencies. 2. Providing feedback. 3. Increasing motivation. And 4. Preparing for the work phase. 1. What is the measuring achievement of the competencies? Performance assessment is used to measure the extent to which students have to achieve the expected competencies in terms of knowledge, skills, and the attitude. 2. Provide feedback. The result of the performance assessments can provide valuable feedback for both students and teachers. Students can learn about their strengths and weaknesses, while students can adjust their teaching strategies. Increasing motivation. Well-designed performance assessments can increase students' motivation to learn because they feel effectively involved in the learning process. Last is preparing for the work phase. Performance assessment can prepare students for the work phase, which demands practical skills. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The next instrument of practice assessment. 1. Listening Proficiency Test atau LPT. Assess listening skill by having tests taken, listen to recording and answer related question. 2. Oral Proficiency Interview atau OPE. Evaluate speaking ability through a direct interview with a certified ACTFL tester. 3. Reading Proficiency Test atau RPT. Measure reading skill by having test taker read passenger and answer question about them. And the last 4. Writing Proficiency Test atau WPT. Assess writing ability requiring test takers to respond to specific prompts. That's all for me. Thank you. Okay, the next material, stage of practice assessment. Stage of practice assessment like setting objective 1. The first step involves determining what will be assessed. For example, will the focus beyond speaking skill or reading comprehension? This is crucial as it guides the selection and implementation of assessment instruments. 2. Instrument development. The next step is to create appropriate assessment tools. This can include tests, evaluation rubrics, or even simulate conversation. Example of practice assessment instrument are listening proficiency test atau LPT, oral proficiency interview atau OPE, reading proficiency test atau RPT, and writing proficiency test atau WPT. 3. Conducting the assessment. The assessment is carried out according to the prepared instrument. For instance, LPT participant listen to recording and answer question related to the content, while OPE involves a live interview with certified test. For analyzing result. Assessment results are then analyzed to understand student progress and identify area for improvement. This analysis typically involves comparing scores against established standard. And 5. Providing feedback. Finally, feedback is given to participants to help them improve their language skill. This feedback should be specific about what was successful and what needs enhancement.
Hello Internet, my name is Harafan Nafi Muhammad Saputra. My NPM is 22, 24, 00, and 21. And on today's videos for language assessments, my part is first is to talk about the challenges of practical assessments or practice. First is subjectivity. We know what subjectivity in scoring. Its subjectivity in scoring is personal bias from evaluators can affect the consistency and objectivity of scores, leading to unreliable conclusion about student performance. Secondly is complexity of skill measurement. The second challenges in practical assessment is assessing complex skills such as critical thinking and problem solving is often difficult and may not be accurate captured through traditional testing methods. And for my last part is the conclusion. Practical assessments in language assessment is essential for evaluating an individual proficiency in a realistic context, focusing on the key skills such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing. This systematic approach involves clear objectives, the development of appropriate assessment instruments, and analysis of results to provide constructive feedback for improvement. Tools like listening proficiency tests, oral proficiency interviews, reading proficiency tests, and writing proficiency tests enhance the reliability and validity of the evaluation process. Ultimately, effective practice assessments not only measure performance but also supports continuous learning and development, empowering learners to achieve their communicative goals. I think that's all for my part. Thank you.